House Republicans make it official, opening an impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. The vote follows year-long investigations by two committees uncovering evidence that House Republicans say meets the benchmarks for impeachment.
At the center of those investigations, President Biden's embattled son, Hunter Biden, who spoke out today, slamming Republican efforts he claims are designed to hurt his father.
John Fenoglio live in the news center with today's developments on Capitol Hill. John.
Well, Cher and Mike, this party line vote does not mean that President Biden has been impeached. It does mean, however, that Republicans can now move forward with a formal investigation, one that was begun months ago. Now, GOP House members allege the president benefited financially from his son's foreign business dealings, but so far have failed to produce any evidence the president broke the law.
On this vote, the yeas are 221 and the nays are 212. The resolution is adopted.
House lawmakers voting along party lines late Wednesday to formally authorize an ongoing Republican investigation into President Biden.
Today's unanimous vote by our conference showed that we are united as a conference. We expect to have people honor our subpoenas.
Democrats slamming the vote as a political stunt just months ahead of the 2024 election and what is expected to be a face-off between President Biden and former President Trump, who was impeached twice while in office.
We are doing and going through this process because Donald Trump wants to get reelected to President of the United States. And this Congress, the majority, will do everything in their power to ensure that Donald Trump gets reelected.
The vote coming just hours after Hunter Biden arrived on Capitol Hill.
They have lied over and over,
defying a congressional subpoena to sit for a closed-door deposition, saying he will only testify in public.
I am here to testify at a public hearing today to answer any of the committee's legitimate questions. Republicans do not want an open process where Americans can see their tactics.
For the past year, Republicans have been investigating the president and his son, alleging the elder Biden benefited financially from his son's foreign business dealings and aided his son by leveraging his political influence when he served as vice president. Allegations the president has denied. Republicans have not produced evidence the president committed any crimes. The younger Biden is currently under federal indictment for gun charges and tax evasion.
In the depths of my addiction, I was extremely irresponsible with my finances. But to suggest that is grounds for an impeachment inquiry is beyond the absurd. It's shameless. There is no evidence to support the allegations that my father was financially involved in my business because it did not happen.
President Biden responding in a statement tonight, calling the GOP impeachment inquiry, quote, a political stunt that Republicans in Congress admit is not supported by facts. Now, meantime, GOP lawmakers could vote to hold Hunter Biden in contempt of Congress when they return from their holiday recess. Cher, Micah, sending it back to you.
John, thank you.